Alright, man, it says woman tells her husband she doesn't need him and instantly regret it, man. Let's get into what the fuck is going on. Hey, man, I'm starting to see more and more videos with these women, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been on my knees lately, really praying that women get the help that they need. And I ain't saying that all y'all need help, and I'm not patronizing y'all in no shape, way, or form. I'm genuinely concerned because a lot of women are struggling to find happiness, especially in relationships. And unfortunately, we live in a time where, man, marriage and relationship is not common. They come a dime a dozen. Finding that special person comes a dime a dozen, and a lot of these girls ain't happy. So I'm genuinely praying for them. I ain't trolling, but I ain't on no bullshit. I'm genuinely concerned. But let's get into the video.
Conversation with my homegirl a couple of weeks ago. She called me during lunch. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I am a foodie. I do not like answering the phone whenever I'm eating because I love for my food to be hot. But if I love you, I'll take the phone call. She's
foodie.
Upset. She's screaming. She's
foodie. Is that a real term? Foodie. I'm a real foodie. Hold on, I gotta get my thumbnail real quick. Nigga, when I be going back and screenshotting the thumbnail, nigga, my fucking head be all in the way. All right, come on.
She's crying. She's mad. She goes into why she's upset. Then she starts kind of spiraling. She starts saying, you know, I don't need him. Talking about her husband. I don't need him. I can do this alone. I can leave him right now. I'm going to leave him. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Each time that she had a break in that rant that she was going on, I tried to speak. She wouldn't allow me to speak. My friends already know. I'm the person, I don't like to therapize my friends unless I absolutely need to. But I am really big on helping people understand that sometimes when your emotions are so high, it clouds your judgment and you say very irrational things and you act irrationally. Now, granted, as I'm
all right, she's speaking. Me and my homeboys just talking about this last night. She's speaking facts, bro. There's a lot of y'all women out there, bro. When y'all get so in tune with y'all emotions, bro, y'all throw all logic and rationality out of the window, and the only thing that matters in this present moment is getting off your emotions. So if you feeling rage, nigga, you finna cause chaos, you finna bring hell, and you don't give a fuck what kind of destruction you do. And that is a problem when you talking about relationship and building something that's lifelong. That is a real problem when you talk about building something that's supposed to last a lifetime, because if you cause so much destruction that it's irreconcilable, there isn't gonna be no lifetime. That shit is over. You put your relationship in a place where it cannot be repaired anymore. That's how much destruction that you have caused. And I've seen this so many times. Literally, women sabotaging their relationships just because they mad, not even realizing that anger only lasts for a moment, but this relationship was supposed to last for a lifetime.
Realize that what he did, it didn't warrant this reaction. This is something else.
What he do? Let's get into what he did, chat.
Okay, and like I said, I like my food.
Hold on, I want y'all to see her. So let me move my thing. Let's go over here with it. Where is it? Here it is. Damn. All right.
I'm listening, but I really don't like to be disturbed when I'm eating. So I'm like, all right, hold on, honey. You gonna let me speak? You gonna give me a little moment? I'll let you vent. Like, at this point, this is over 30 minutes. I've let you vent. I've let you get it out. Do you want me to say anything? And she's like, no. She's like, I already know what you're gonna say. No, I don't want to hear that right now.
Don't be wanting to hear shit. They so in tune with their emotions, they done shut their ears off, they've blinded their eyes, they don't give a fuck what they see, they have unfiltered their mouth, don't give a fuck what they said, nigga, and they have unfiltered their entire body to where they start throwing punches, throwing shit, don't give a fuck what kind of destruction. Like, now they causing physical harm. That's how bad women will slide for their emotions. That's how bad they were. I'm telling you. I've seen it too many times.
Prime example of what women want a lot of times. A lot of times, well, the majority of the time, women want you just to listen to them. They don't want you to help them fix the situation. And that's one of the biggest differences between men and women. Women just want to vent a problem. Men are natural problem solvers. So
right.
Hear them vent. We want to go into the problem solving mode.
Yes.
They don't want to hear that.
I've listened to this conversation. I've listened to you speak and run in circles. And not one time, because it seemed like every time you got quiet, you wanted me to interject. That's what it seemed like to me. But then when I did so, you start talking over me. So I told you know what? I'm going to let you figure that out. Whenever you're ready to have a conversation about this and actually work towards a solution, you can call me. But as of right now, I'm finna enjoy my food boundaries. Now, to get to the point, after a couple days passed by, once, she's kind of like resolved in her mind, her temper was better, she was able to actually process things, she calls me. Unfortunately, the damage was already done in her marriage.
I just said it, bro. Like, chat, what the fuck do you call this, bro? We need a diagnosis. What the fuck do you call this when women do this shit? Like, seriously. We've gotta put a term on this shit because it's happening too frequently for not nobody to identify and be able to label it and call it something. What the fuck do you call this? Like, seriously, what the hell do you call this?
But she calls me and she says, I need your help. Okay. All right. Now we're working with something. Now, let me make sure that I have the capacity to be able to help you. Luckily, that day I did. So she was like, in this situation, Kitty, what would you tell a couple? Okay. The main thing is that she kept on saying that she didn't need her husband. My first go-to is, did you tell him that? Did you tell this man that you didn't need him? She says yes. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. How did that go?
In the way a man set up, he gonna go out, he gonna make you eat them words. He gonna make you eat them words. Every time you try to repair it, no, you don't need me. Every time you come up and think you finna check every time you come and try to check the temperature, he gonna say, no, you don't need me.
What was his response?
That was the wrong thing to say.
He blew up. Okay, well, if you don't need me, I don't need to be here. They ended up sleeping in separate beds that night.
I don't need to be here
for a couple of days. So then I asked her, okay, do you feel like you don't need him? I don't need him. I can do this alone. I'm independent, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So leave him. That's not the answer I wanted, Kitty. Well, stop saying that you don't need him. You married this man. This is your partner in life. Stop telling your spouse that you don't need him. This is your husband. So if you don't know, I'm all about perspectives. So let's look at different perspectives. All right. You say you don't need your husband. All right. You got friends? Yeah. You need your friends? Absolutely, I need my friends. Okay. Why do you need your friends? We go down a list. They're my support. Whenever I'm going through things, I can talk to them. We share memories. We laugh together.
Get the fuck out of here. Women have no problem giving so much credit to their friends. Women have no problem giving the utmost respect and the highest honor to their friends. But when it comes to your spouse, the person that's supposed to be number one in your life, he gets nothing. He get treated like a second-class citizen. He get treated like a mule. I don't need him. I only use him when he like a toy. I only use him when I want to play. Damn. But that's sad, dog.
We go through life together, all of that.
Same thing you do with your husband.
You need your friends. Do you have those same moments with your husband? I heard her smack her lips. No, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Do you not share laughter with your husband? Do you not get through life?
To extrapolate a compliment out of a woman towards her significant other is like, bro, they just refuse to give any. I'm not giving this man no credit. Bro, that shit is wild.
Do you not get different perspectives and advice and support and encouragement and things like that from your husband? Yeah. In that moment, you didn't. Or am I mistaken? She goes, in that moment, I didn't. I felt like I wasn't getting the right amount of support. So you just completely cut off your husband and say you done with him. You don't need him because in a moment he had something that pushed against Or maybe in a moment he had a just human fault, because we're human. He had a moment where he couldn't be the support that you needed. But whenever your friends can't be supportive or they're going through their own things, you don't say that you're going to cut your friends off. I hear her choke up. All right. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow, you got more value on your friends than you do your husband.
Because I hear she's crying and stuff now. You know, she's trying to hide the fact she's crying, but you can hear about her nose sniffs and all that stuff.
Now listen to what she just said. The fact that now this woman sniffing up is about to start crying. There are content creators that say women are children. And I would like to give women the benefit of the doubt and say that doesn't apply to a lot of them. But let's be honest, it really does. Even for what this young lady was saying as far as having her call back at a different time because she was way too worked up the first time she talked to her. She needed a few days to calm down. But as she said, the damage was already done. And can you imagine as a married man, your woman looking you in the face and telling you, I don't need you? Well, get the hell out of my house then. That's what I would say. But I'm convinced a lot of this stems from social media. She just said it. The woman said, oh, I'm an independent woman. How are you a strong, independent woman within a marriage? You're not independent. You're dependent on your husband. You're not single. But social media has corrupted so many women's minds. They'll regurgitate nonsense that they hear online, even if they themselves, one, don't truly believe it, or two, if their situations are the same as those women that are quoting on.
I say it all the time, bro. TikTok is women new encyclopedia. Whenever they want information, whenever they want to find something out, nigga, TikTok. Nigga, Kanye has said a lot of dumb shit, but this nigga was spot on when he said, Instagram got your bitch. Instagram got your bitch. Bro, this nigga was spot on when he said that, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, dead ass, bro. Whenever a woman want to figure something out, she don't go to Google. She don't go to her man, nigga. She don't go ask a guru. Bro, she goes to TikTok. And TikTok is what she study day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. And some of it can be accurate, but a lot of it is just pure propaganda for likes, views, and clicks. A lot of shit on TikTok is just to make a woman feel good. It has no validity to it. It has no logic to it. But it hits that part of your brain that release endorphins and dopamine. So you absorb that as if it's true or if it's right, just because of the way it made you feel, regardless on whether it makes logical sense or not.
Lie. A woman will look a man in the face and tell her husband, I don't need you, when she know damn well she need him. But it's something that she's seen on TikTok. It's something that a woman that she follows on IG said. And they would just spew the same talking points, even if it's extremely detrimental to their situation, and be oblivious to it until the consequences hit them.
All right. And so I'm like, all right, let me slow down with you real quick. Exactly what do you need from me right now? And she was like, tell me exactly what you would tell your couples. So I tell her, baby, men need to be needed. That's where their sense of purpose comes from. That's where a lot of their fulfillment comes from. Men are taught to be protectors, providers, problem solvers, and they want to feel valuable. And so they really need those meaningful connections. That's how they express their love and care. Now, even with these roles, it doesn't mean that they will not drop the ball. They're humans. When we speak of human element, people go through things. People have life experiences, situations that sometimes alter the way they see things. It alters their empathetic responses, but it doesn't mean that they don't care about you. It just means that in that moment, they probably can't give you the response that you actually need. But then she goes, well, why did he draw back? Why did he just walk out? Why did he just stop talking to me? Because you told him you don't need him. If he doesn't feel valued, you simply don't need him. You just hit his confidence, right? You just really took a jab at his esteem. Why is he going to be motivated to do more when you just specifically told this man, in other words, he's not valuable to you?
Not only that, any kind of effort that this man has put towards you, you have just discredited. You have just dismissed it. This man probably could have went out and worked 80, 90 hours to provide for you, to buy you things. He probably took you out on dates when he didn't feel like it. He probably woke up and catered to you when he just didn't have a mental space. And you just pretty much shitted on all his efforts that he has ever done to you. Any kind of gift that he has went out and worked his ass off to obtain in order to present to you. You just shitted on all that with 3 words. 4 words. I don't need you. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Pull back then and I say, okay, let me not come from a psychological standpoint. Let me talk to you as your sister in Christ. You are a believer of God. When you married your husband,
Her
you
voice
came
kinda
together
deep. She's
under
a
God.
believer.
And God granted you that union. So now we need to make sure that we keep this union together, tight knit, even in these hard moments. We do so. That's your partner through life, through the good and the bad. Your husband is your sounding board during difficult times, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't have his own difficult times. And in their nature of being strong, because that's the expectation and that's the way they've been conditioned, men don't always show that. They don't always show those moments of weakness. So from a more biblical standpoint, I said, you need your husband. Let's get into the word. I said, the word says that your husband is supposed to support and guide you and your family to faith. That is in the book of Ephesians, honey.
Anyone
talk
watch
to
my
me.
channels knows that I'm atheist, I'm a non-believer, and I don't take a lot
Damn.
of religious people serious because of what she's just saying right now. This woman, alleged Christian, is willing to throw her marriage away. I thought there was vows in the covenant that you took with God, Miss Religious person, when you got married, but now I don't need them, I can just throw them away.
Damn, this boy atheist. Listen. This is an atheist saying this. And I be telling a lot of Christians this because what turns a lot of people off to Christianity is the hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy. It's how you have a book filled with instructions top to bottom, and you completely ignore, you completely do the exact opposite of what God is instructing you to do. All these there's a lot of black women out here that be sitting up here screaming how much of a Christian they are and how much of a believer and how God is above all. But when you hear them speak on relationships and different topics, nothing that they say aligns with the book at all. At all. And I will place relationships number one. Women view on relationship does not align with the Bible at all. Not even a little bit. It's the exact it's the epitome, to be honest with you. And that turns a lot of people off from Christianity. For this reason.
Jesus didn't die for this shit, yo.
God gave Eve to
I don't
Adam.
think.
Adam needed a companion.
The truth is, behind closed doors, the P word became my secret sin at
Oh
age
man,
10.
damn.
But even when he gave Eve to Adam, they both became partners in life. They were one another's support. They loved one another. They processed and went through life with
time
one
is it?
another, regardless of what happened. You need your husband. That is your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual safeguard. He is the provider and the protector of you, your marriage, your home, baby. Ephesians 5:25 talks about your
She got more
husband loving
scriptures.
you as Christ loved the church. That's sacrificial love. What better love than sacrificial love to understand selflessness and
Loving these women is a sacrifice. Loving these women, and bro, she could not have been more pinpoint with this. Loving a woman in 2024 is a sacrifice. It's detrimental to the man. It is not. There's no benefits that a man obtains by getting in a relationship or even getting married. He doesn't get the long end of the stick. He doesn't. He gets the short one. And the woman obtains all the she obtains all the goodness and nutrients from getting married. But the man literally sacrifices who he is. He has to sacrifice time, energy, effort. He will be better off, bro. And I'm not saying this to advocate for men to go out here and be alone. I'm saying this because of the validity in it. A man being by himself is better than him being with women of 2024. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I have to say it because there's a lot, bro. Early in this video, they talk about how women are like children. They are. Just think about this, and at the end of this situation, I guarantee you, this husband is gonna take that woman back. I guarantee you. Just because he already knew what he already know what he signed up for. The day he set them vows, he already knew that he was just gonna have to deal with this shit. When he not even supposed to. And you say, Drew, oh my God, how can you say this? Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the Bible. Let's go. Women, I already know y'all already triggered by what I said. Let's go to the Bible. The Bible also talks about how it's better for a man to be on the corner of the roof. The corner of a roof. than to be with a quarrelsome woman. Those are not my words. It's from the book that y'all say that y'all read. It's from the religion that y'all say that y'all practice. The words I already know. 30 seconds ago, y'all just got triggered and be like, how the hell could he say something like that? Not even knowing that it's from a book that y'all claim that y'all follow. The book says that. It's better for a man to be alone than to be with a woman who is quarrelsome, problematic, childlike, animal-like. Can't control her emotions, have no self-control at all, destructive. It's getting ridiculous out here. Like, this is crazy.
Commitment. We need that as wives. We need to experience that. We need our children to see that. Not only is he your husband, he's your children's father. He plays a significant role in the household.
Right.
A father's active role in the household is important. In our household, we need support, we need guidance, we need direction that sometimes we as wives and mothers simply cannot give. And the children's father, your husband, is there for moral development. He is absolutely necessary. The word speaks on the importance of a husband and a wife's union. We need that. So she listens and she actually takes it all in and she's like, you know what, Kate, this is why I love you. I can't stand you because you get me together, but I love you. And I say all things with love. My circle, they already know what it is. But let me tell you something, as I would tell any of my clients, when your emotions are high, your judgment is clouded.
I agree.
And a lot of times when we're operating from such intense emotions, we say very hurtful things that are consequential, that we cannot take back.
You can't.
You can't take those things back. Be mindful of what you say when you are angry. Be slow to saying angry things. Those brash, hurtful things, be slow to them. And I understand that in a moment you're so upset, but baby, you got to get that together, because it's so much power in telling a man you don't need him. There's so much power in you telling your husband you don't need him. Don't let the enemy come into your marriage. First of all, don't let the enemy attack your husband, because the enemy can use you to attack and break down your husband. Okay? We need our significant others. As wives, we need our husbands. And husbands need their wives. Remember that, okay? Bye, babies.
Again, I'm not.
Hey, man, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. Man, shout out to this individual too, man. I love this video. I love talking about topics like this. This nigga, I really love videos like this, man. I really love, like, seriously. Let's see his conclusion.
We'll come at it from a religious aspect, like her saying that the devil will use you. No, that's ego. That's ego using you. And again, my personal opinion, social media. Women telling other women that they don't need a man. They swerving down. The world doesn't need men until their war breaks out. But anyway, I do agree with she was saying that in the heat of an argument, sometimes you have to take a breath, cool down, and walk away, because you may say something that you'll later on regret, because, as she stated, you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. I remember I dated a woman years ago who told me she wished death on me that I died because I broke up with her. That was years ago, and I still remember that to this day. Again, can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. And I don't really need to elaborate on it. Of course, men are necessary. That's the society we live in which feminism is fueling this. You have so many women just regurgitating they don't need a man. You'll have married women, like this woman, telling her husband to her face. And then the last thing I'll say is this. Women say that they don't need a man. Okay, but you know what? Who needs that man? Your children, especially your boys. Women growing up without fathers are extremely affected by that as well. But the issue is, once women have boys and then those boys become teenagers and you've pushed the man out, or you told your husband that you don't need them, when them boys get to be ages 12, 13, and 14, and those women, those moms, can no longer control those young men, they become taller than them and bigger to them and disregard everything they say, that's when they'll call the father and say, hey, you need to be in these kids' life. Man, men are absolutely necessary. You guys.
Yeah, bro, that's, man. Hey, man, y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all know how we get up in them comment section, man. Y'all talk to me. Am I right? Am I wrong? Are we wrong? If all three of us saying something retarded, y'all let me know. Leave it in the comment section. We can talk about it.
Got a house on the hill, I don't back out. Ain't showing no love, no, not in this season. I'm waiting to bring all my racks out. Now who keeping all of my niggas? Been waiting to shoot up the burner. Caught in my feels, I need some more soda. She loving the pill, her body get warmer. Got her right on top.